Hi there. A warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining this wonderful live chat session. Good to be with you. Two interesting topics for today's live chat. Let me welcome the participants first, then we'll exchange our views on these two topics. Guracha Bhati is the first one who commented today. He's a member too. A warm welcome to you, Guracha Bhati. If you want to be a member with special badges, you can click the link given in description section of this live chat and description section of videos. John Spencer, second one, saying hello. I am Oromo. Third one, please don't write the same comment again and again. I am Oromo. Why do you talk about Fano terrorist organization who's terrorizing the whole community? I am Oromo says. Why shouldn't I talk about Fano? I talk about Ola, I talk about Fano, I talk about TDF, I talk about Gumas fighters, I talk about Gambela fighters. I cover the conflicts. That is what my job is. I have no affiliation with any of these groups. Darni, hello, the man of the hour is saying. Yusuf Kabede says hello. I am Oromo says, hi Sajid, how is Ramadan treating you? Well, Ramadan, I think fasting is made possible by Allah, the Creator. I always believe that it's the Creator, the Almighty, who helps us complete the fasting. 30-day fasting, not easy, definitely, but it becomes easy. Rather, it becomes beneficial for one's health. Angesham Photo says, welcome, Mr. Reliable. No Notadase says, hi. Litkovian, everyone is sitting on the edge of the seats for your report, Sajid. After just a few minutes, I'll speak on that. Eddie Salam Asaya says, hello, Nathnail Tiklimariam. Sajid, my best friend, how are you? I'm fine, Nathnail. How are you, brother? Teddy fan here too says hello. WBL says hi. Illuminati says hi, Sajid. How are you, Illuminati? Klaus has gone to market. Okay. Oh, hope he's doing fine. Klaus, special member for me, special viewer. Aman Voshe is here too. Bahruddin joined after some time. He has been watching live chats, but lately he was missing, I think. Muse, which groups kill unarmed civilians? Yosius Girma, Amhara will prevail, says. Why Saul says, hi, Sajid. Stop the crap, says Amhara will fail. Abdullahi Shino, thanks so much for your proper journalist. Thank you, Abdullahi. Abdi Karim Farah joined too. What is going on in Raya? I'll speak in detail on what is happening in Raya. Abdi Karim is a member too. Second member joined today is Abdi Karim. Guracha and Abdi Karim are members. Welcome to both of you. Abdullah Shino is from Somalia. Welcome, Abdullah Shino. Daniel Dassalin says, hey, Sajid and Amharas. Jonathan Getacho, Nahom Architects, I'm fine. Gudalias Negash, he says, Brother Sajid, just report what you get. Tell us what you tell is right. Do not get intimidated by those negative commentators. Thank you, Abdullah. I don't get scared, but the support which you people give me, that keeps me going. Moral support. Abdullah Jamalo, Sam Sikiye, Dabale Bonsa. Try to be neutral in Ramadan, he says. Well, neutrality has nothing to do with the particular month, by the way. If you are neutral in Ramadan and not neutral in other months, then you're not truly neutral, by the way. Ramadan does not change us, by the way. I think we are what we are. If we transform in just Ramadan, there is no point in transforming ourselves, I think. Nahom Cannon, you never mentioned me, Sajid. You see, I mentioned you now. As TDF entered Alamata, I'll speak on that. Finbara, ITU Post, Aman Voshe, uh, Bobo Fano, Valdela, Wondi Yale, Daniel Dasselin, Bestman, RD 4.6 million, Mikhail, Yemaskan joined to third member who joined today is Yemaskan. Korkodang, Dabale Bonsa. I think I have said the names of all those who have commented so far. Two topics views. RPG here too. Fano. We know about all major Fano groups. Major Fano groups. I'm not talking about their brigades and units and divisions. Largely, we call them, we categorize them in zones like Gondarfano, North Gondarfano, South Gondarfano, Gujjumfano. Then we have Shoafano, Wallofano, East Amhara-Fano. But no Addis Ababa Fano. I have not heard of any Addis Ababa Fano group, but today it was announced that Addis Ababa Fano has been established. Secondly, Tigray Amhara fighting. What is happening in Raya? What happened on Monday night? The two sides are accusing each other. Can Amhara forces afford a war against Tigray? Now, a Teddy fan saying, please start with Raya topic first, then the second topic. Okay, Teddy fan is a regular viewer. Okay, Teddy fan, I'll start with Raya topic. Let me begin because then Teddy fan wants to hear me speak about Raya. So, what happened on Monday night? There was definitely a clash between Tigray fighters and Amhara forces on Monday. Now we have seen statements from both sides. Alamata government officials spoke as well today, and from Tigray to Tigray Communication Affairs Bureau in charge, Reda Elifom spoke. Gide Kalkayo, another Tigray official spoke. What are the two sides saying? What happened? Both are accusing each other. Alamata city government says that it was Tigray fighters who entered Amhara controlled territories and they captured more than one cavalcade. Unprovoked, Tigray fighters carried out this attack. And that Ethiopian National Defense Force stopped Amhara militias from moving from Alamata towards the scene of fighting. The scene of fighting was along the road, close to the road, Alamata to Mehoni Road. There are two main roads from Alamata towards Makale, Alamata to Mehoni, Alamata to Machio Road. This fighting of Monday happened close to Alamata to Mehoni Road. ENDF intervened. It stopped Amhara militias which were heading towards the site of fighting, and they stopped the fighting. They went to the area where there was fighting and they intervened. Tigray says that the fighting went on for just 20 minutes. But Tigray is confirming there was exchange of gunfire. Amhara groups say, based in Alamat, then one person died and some were injured in this exchange of gunfire. Tigray says no casualties. Alamata government says this attack by Tigray fighters is a violation of Pretoria deal and that TPLF has waged war on Amhara. And before that, uh, Tigray government issued a statement criticizing the inclusion of Tigray territories on Amhara regional map. They're saying it's basically declaration of war by TPLF, by Tigray on Amhara. Tigray says it is fully committed to Pretoria deal. It has not waged any war. The attack was carried out by Amhara militia members. Amhara militias are in illegal occupation of Tigray territories, so they must withdraw from Tigray territories. Interestingly, the Tigray statement criticized Amhara militia members, Fano fighters, and they did not say anything strong against the military. Rather, the Tigray side said that military intervened. Ethiopian National Defense Force intervened, and the fighting came to an end. And Tigray is asking Ethiopian National Defense Force to tell Amhara forces to leave the area. It means that all efforts which were being made to create reconciliation between Tigray and Amhara could not work. Tigray's officials use strong language against Amhara forces in their statements today about what happened in Alamata. They, in a way, indirectly appreciated Ethiopian National Defense Force. And by the way, ENDF stopped the movement of Amhara militia reinforcements from Alamata toward the scene of fighting. Maybe that is why Tigray side praised the role of military in its talk today. What I have heard is that it was basically an attack by Tigray fighters, a probing attack. They're testing waters, they're flexing muscles, they're saying that we cannot wait forever. People around 1 million or less than 1 million waiting to return to their homes. How long can they wait? So federal government, Amhara regional government will have to make decisions. Now, Amhara groups, Amhara militia members cannot afford war against Tigray at this point of time. Ideally, they would like to continue their fight against federal forces. They want to reach Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is their stated goal. They wouldn't like to return to Tigray. So for them, it's a matter of serious concern that Tigray is flexing muscles. PP should be relieved. Seeing this tension between Tigray and Amhara militia members, who is going to be relieved? PP, Ethiopian National Defense Force, which is confronting Fano fighters in Amhara region. Ideally, PP would like this escalation to go on. PP would like Amhara Fano fighters to be involved on multiple fronts against Ethiopian against Tigray fighters, so that Ethiopian National Defense Force comes out of pressure. So PP benefits from Tigray Amhara fighting, just like Tigray benefits from Amhara ENDF fighting. But it was a small incident for just 20 minutes. It went on. Nothing is happening there now, though both sides are saying that they have recalled reinforcements. Amhara groups say that Tigray's reinforcements, TDF reinforcements, are arriving in the area. Same is being said by Rida Lefom, Tigray communication officer. He said that Amhara forces were preparing for another attack, which shows that situation is far from being normal in the area. Tensions there reportedly. ENDF trying to step in between the two sides, but it seems that coming days are crucial. Amhara forces obviously cannot be directed from Amhara region towards southern zone towards Volkite. But if Tigray continues these attacks, we could see pressure upon Fano groups. Fano groups would ideally like to focus on their fight against Ethiopian National Defense Force. So let's see. We'll have to wait for the next few days. But again, nothing is happening. No fighting in Alamata now. Tigray forces did not enter Alamata city. Fighting was along Alamata to Mihoni road. Close to this road, ENDF blocked both roads, Alamata to Mihoni, Alamata to Machio road. Indirectly, by the way, how to analyze ENDF's role? Did ENDF support Fano? Did it support TDF? Did it stay neutral? Well, ENDF prevented the movement of Fano fighters from different parts of Raya toward the scene of fighting. And in a way, this blockage of movement prevented further clashes between Fano and TDF. At the same time, it was an indirect support for TDF members that more Amhara militia reinforcements were not allowed to move from Alamata to the scene of fighting. Let's see what ENDF does. ENDF's role is very crucial. By the way, I've been saying that if Amhara regional government, Amhara groups, they have to choose between one zone, Volkayat or Raya, that they can have one zone as part of Amhara, and or that they'll have to surrender the claim to one zone. They'll go for Raya. They might surrender their claim to Raya, but they won't compromise on their claim to Volkayat. Raya is less important for them than Volkayat, I believe. KWH is always critical of me in most of the comments written by him. Today, he's very happy. He's written TDF and then he's flexing muscles too. Yini Muzika Sajid, show Mooney Mooney some love. He is disheartened. Where is he? He's not here, I think. By the way, Gita Choreda, Tigray interim president, was interviewed by an African news channel, CGN, I think. And there he made it clear that Tigray had no appetite for war, that Tigray was fully committed to Pretoria deal. The deal was not being implemented. Important clauses like return of IDPs still not being implemented. He said return of IDPs is part of Pretoria, but it's not being implemented. Guns have been silenced, but a lot needs to be done. So Tigray's official position is that it does not want any war. It does not want to wage war. It wants to achieve its objectives through dialogue, through negotiations. Dialogue was held between Tigray and Amhara leaders a week ago. Erega Kabbede, Getachew, Temesgen Taron, Ridwan Hussein met, but no progress. We did not hear about any progress. They met, and after that, this small scale clash between the two sides. and a strong statement from Tigray about inclusion of Tigray territories in Amhara regional map. Threat from Tigray that Amhara government will be responsible for any future consequences. It means that at the meeting held between the two sides, no progress was made, it seems. David Kifialeo, I don't think PP will get a relief. There is a political pressure upon it from Amhara side. I see the pressure will be on the federal government and Amhara PP. Pressure on Tigray too. You are ignoring what Tigray government, TPLF are going through. People, tens of thousands in dire need of aid. They want to return to their homes. TPLF still not eligible to contest election. Uh, Tigray border dispute ongoing. Lots of issues. More than a year has passed, around 1.5 years since the signing of Pretoria. No progress made about IDP's return, about the determination of status of Raya, Volkait, etc. When will election be held? No one knows. So, Tigray leaders are under pressure as well. Maybe a Tigray side has realized or it believes now that federal government is supportive of Amhara position about the contested territories. That is why frustrated now Tigray is flexing muscles. With Tedros says, Alhamdulillah, it's good to see you. Good health coming back, Sadi. Thank you, Avit. Yes, I am much better now. Someone, I think in Amharics, with an Amharic screen name says, Mr. Sajid, whatever happened to your favorite infamous MOU? Well, it has not been cancelled, not rescinded. It's not dead. Implementation delayed. That is what happened. Everyone knows about that. It's not my MOU. I covered it. I'll cover it in future too. My job is to cover it, to tell you what is happening around the MOU. I won't be gaining access to sea through this MOU. I won't be gaining any share in Ethiopian Airlines through this MOU. K12 says that you are getting most of your information from Massive Economy. I don't know what Massive Economy is doing. I don't know local languages, so I don't know what he's reporting, what he's saying. Sometimes viewers like you share with me what Haptamo is saying or Massa is saying. I don't know what they are saying. I don't know what they are covering. My agenda setting is totally independent. It's not influenced by what others are saying. I just see what is happening in Ethiopia and then I choose my uh, story which I should cover. I don't know what they are saying, what they are reporting. Black Amharic reacts. Sajid, will you ever learn Amharic? I am trying now to better translate Ethiopian sources. It's a long, it takes long to study, to understand a language. It takes months, if not years. If in future I have time to do that, maybe I'll have a go at that. But it's difficult, honestly. I'm already overworked. Litkovian says, does TDF still have heavy weapons? Well, officially, they say they have handed over heavy weapons. They handed over heavy weapons. They handed over group weapons. They still have small arms. Even without having heavy weapons, they can create troubles. They can wage war. Fano don't have any heavy weapons. Ola don't have heavy weapons too, and they can acquire heavy weapons. By the way, they can attack ENDF. They can acquire heavy weapons. They can capture heavy weapons from them. They know how to operate them. But so far, it does not seem that they want to start a full-scale war. Wisdom says your analysis and forecasting is very true. Devi says, hi Sajid, I like the way you face your critics. Keep it up. Thank you. Mike, how can we contact you on your channel? Well, you can reach me through email sajid672 at the rate of gmail.com. You can contact me there. You can share whatever you want to share there with me. Now, let's move on to the second topic. Fano in Addis Ababa. Can I start? I cannot write here, but I said SAJID, Sajid, SAJID 672 gmail.com. Mayo says, in general, you are anti Somali and Somalis don't watch your channel in return. They do watch my channel. I think they are in touch with me too. There could be some elements, but I am in touch with Somalis living in Somalia, living in Somaliland, living in Somali region of Ethiopia, living in states too in Europe as well. In touch with me for years, by the way, not because of this MOU thing. Now, Moni Moni is back. He says he's a Somali. Today he's a Somali. Tomorrow, don't know what he'll be. Amhara Vogane says, Sajid, you never pick my comment. I picked your comment. Now, let's move on to the second news story. Fano in Addis Ababa. Uh, Fano groups are mainly operating in Amhara region. Polo, Shoa, Gojam, North Gondar, South Gondar. They have their presence across the Amhara region, less presence in Ago zone, less presence in Voghemra zone, less presence in South Wollo too, less presence in Oromia Special Zone too. But they are spread across Amhara region. And they want to reach Addis Ababa. This is their goal. They publicly say that. They have not been able to gain a foothold in Addis Ababa. They tried, by the way. They've been trying to make inroads to sneak into Addis Ababa. They could not. But now they have established Fano, Addis Ababa Fano formally. Today they made this announcement. No, they might be having sleeper cells there, but to say they have organizational setup there, I'm not aware of that. Maybe I am not aware, and they have set up there. They could have supporters there, definitely. But question is, do they have any organizational setup in Addis Ababa? Today, they announced the formation of Addis Ababa Fano. Abate Yemer is going to lead Addis Ababa Fano. They have announced names of some individuals who lead civilian and political and military wings of Fano in Addis Ababa. We don't know how strong they are. Is it just a statement? Do they have any presence on the ground in Addis Ababa? That will be clear in coming days. But they want to reach Addis Ababa and they want to gain a foothold. And today they have announced the formal establishment of Addis Ababa Fund. In the statement, they addressed all ethnic groups. Addis Ababa is a multi ethnic city. There are not just Oromos or Amharas in Addis Ababa. Oromos, Amharas, Tigrayans, people from southern Ethiopia, almost all ethnic groups are represented in Addis Ababa. And today they asked all ethnic groups to support Addis Ababa Fund. They said that they want to bring about a change, peaceful change in Addis Ababa, in Ethiopia. So all groups should join hands with Addis Ababa Fund so that all can meet and reach some common understanding to remove the regime and bring a new government to Addis Ababa. Let's see, uh, is uh, is that only announcement on paper, or have they managed to make inroads into the capital? That remains to be seen. But I believe that hard times ahead for Amhara people in Addis Ababa. You'll see now strict monitoring, surveillance of Amharas in Addis Ababa. Already, we're seeing that sometimes Amhara people have to face uh, actions from security forces, which sometimes amount to uh, discrimination. But you'll see more of that now. You'll see house to house searches. You'll see random searches. You'll see uh, uh, different types of activities to single out those elements in Addis Ababa which are pro Fano. And by the way, Ethiopian government's official position is that Fano groups want to sneak into Addis Ababa. They're using Orthodox churches as covers, and they want to remove the government. You'll see more checkings on Addis Ababa Oromia border too. Amharas have been complaining that when they try to move towards Addis Ababa through Oromia, they are stopped on Oromia Amhara border. They are checked, and sometimes they're not allowed to return to go to Addis Ababa. They are returned. You'll see more of that now, especially if there is any attack by Fano fighters in Addis Ababa. Only one attack by Fano fighters in Addis Ababa, by the way, will make international headlines. You see what happened when they entered Bahir Dar. That attack by Fano in Bahir Dar made international headlines. If somehow Fano groups they manage to carry out one attack in Addis Ababa, it would be a major progress for Fano fighters because that will internationalize their resistance movement. That is what they want. By Addis Ababa is not just a city; it's an Ethiopian capital. It's seat of African Union. Entire diplomatic community is based in Addis Ababa, and we know that. Yeah, Bill, a little late. So the government has been trying to keep both Fano and Ola away from Addis Ababa. If somehow they carry out one attack, you'll see its impact. Impact will be huge. We'll have to wait, I think, to see if there is any truth in the claims by Fano that they have managed to establish an organizational setup in Addis Ababa. By the way, they are asking Tigrayans, Oromos, Gomas, Amharas in Addis Ababa to join to back this Addis Ababa Fano group. Samuel says Facebook propaganda on My Vision News as breaking news about presence of Fano. Mooney Mooney is just dismissing the idea of Fano in Addis Ababa. Let's see, Mooney. I just reported what they are claiming. I'm not saying they are there, but let's give it a few days to verify to see. By the way, you viewers underestimate Fano. Government does not. And government has been carrying out checkings, searches in Addis Ababa, around Addis Ababa to keep Fano away from Addis Ababa. Government knows that elements in Amhara want to sneak into Addis Ababa. And that is why government has been arresting people, charging them with attempts to overthrow the government, overthrow the constitution. So government does not take it lightly, I believe. Viewers might take it lightly that there is no Fano. Fano does not have the capability to enter Addis Ababa. I think they know that they cannot enter Addis Ababa by launching a major attack from Amhara, passing through Romania. So they know that they'll have to create something from within, from Addis Ababa, from within Addis Ababa communities. So perhaps they have realized that they should sneak into Addis Ababa as civilians, motivate people, and motivate them to rise against the government. Ibsa says, Sajid, you are getting closer to Fano because be careful. The next thing you know is they will claim Islamabad, Pakistani capital. Paid viewers, trust me, Sajid. Who are paid viewers here? Samuel says, Fano may be surrounding 4 kilo to, according to my views and news. Well, I did not say Fano is surrounding Addis Ababa. It cannot surround Addis Ababa. It cannot be surrounded because Fano is not on all sides of Addis Ababa. Who said that? Talk about Damak Zadu who betrayed Fano on K12XL. I did a video on that yesterday. I mentioned that in yesterday's live chat. I think you mentioned that. I shared what Damak Zadu is doing in Volkayat in last night's live chat. Sarah was busy today. She'll be back tomorrow. Elazar said, do you consider armed groups in Ethiopia as belligerents trying to gain political capital? Well, these armed groups in Ethiopia are gaining acceptance because uh, there is no outlet for free expression of political views, no forum for resolution of political disputes, no independent judiciary, law enforcement agencies collapsing, one party rule. When there is so much repression, armed groups emerge. So either they are crushed and dictatorship is formed, or they destabilize governments. So let's see what will happen. Amman Washer says, Brother Sajid, your viewers want you to be Fano. My viewers wanted me to be TDF, they want me to be Ola, they want me to be Fano. I am just Sajid. I am Sajid. That is, I'm able to report about all these groups. With 42 minutes have passed, I think we should end this live chat session. I tried to clarify rumors about Tigray Amhara fighting. It happened on Monday. No active fighting ongoing in Alamata, Raya Alamata. Secondly, I talked about the establishment of Addis Ababa Fano. It was announced today. Uh, Announcement on paper. We'll have to see now, will this Addis Ababa Fano gain a foothold in Addis Ababa? That we'll see in coming days. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Always good to be with you in live chat. See you tomorrow in the next live chat session. Stay blessed. Bye bye.